Good evening, everybody. Oh, I'm already starting off yawning. So I just wanted to say hi and get this thing going because tonight I am not going to be writing for very long. I'm gonna at least do one sprint, but I don't know what else I'm gonna do after that. I am utterly drained, guys. I am drained. So let's see who is here. Yes, you were definitely first. I was gonna say I was first, but like, yeah, it's too corny. Um, let's see. Not writing tonight, just hanging in the chat. I understand. I hate to say this. I wish I wasn't writing tonight. I wish I was chilling, but I have to write. What's this? Oh, just saying hi. More hi. Hi. Hey, Kat. How you been? Long time no see. So, ignore what I sound like and my mood and all that. I am fine. I'm just tired. Yes, we know you're here. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, you could do all that cussing, but you can't say hi. Okay, so Archimedes is here. And he wants you to know that. Achilles is also here, but she doesn't care if you know. Let's see. Right. Trust me, I am feeling that. And I don't know what it is. It's not like my routine has switched up or I've been doing anything different the last couple weeks. But the last couple weeks, I've just not been me. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to start taking vitamins. But I have a couple of announcements. As always, I want to talk about the anthology. The anthology is still going great thus far. Excuse me. And what I mean by that is all the stories are in, all the stories are edited. The book is pretty much formatted. Still looking for some more artists. And I believe we haven't worked out the final detail, but the Kickstarter, I want to say the Kickstarter is in February. I can't swear to it because we still have another meeting we have to do. But let's just say the Kickstarter is in February, okay? I do hope that everyone will come out and support us. This has been a very long time coming. It's been way longer than it was supposed to be. It feels like every time we hit a milestone for the next leap forward, all kinds of crazy stuff was happening to people. And I just refused to give up on the project. And I'm glad I didn't because we finally got to this point. The second thing is that I have a Kickstarter for the candle company. Excuse me again. Oh my God, with the yawning. I don't know. I swear to you, before I got on, I wasn't yawning. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I think because this is probably the first talking I've done today. I don't see humans very often. I'm in the house a lot. What was it? Oh yeah. So the candle shop, the True Goddess Apothecary, that Kickstarter is going to be in November. Oh my God. It is launching in November. And unfortunately, I didn't have like the 2 months that I wanted to put it up for like pre-launch because I'm still trying to build it and fix it correctly. But nonetheless, right now the date is whatever Black Friday is. Let me look. Because, your girl, she be sleepy. 28. Okay. So November 28th, the Kickstarter for the candle shop will go live. So I'm really excited about that. I got 1 billion people already wanting to order. So that gives me a little hope that it'll be successful. Um, what else? So that's going down. The custom the custom character candles that you all put through, those are going to be mailed out in time for Yule. I may do it a little sooner. I was thinking it was going to take me until then, but it really didn't. Like I had a lot to do, but I think having so many to make made it easier, if that makes sense. Like I could do a big batch at one time. So I may send those out a little sooner, but the goal was to send them out for you. I'm sorry, for you muggles, around Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all the winter holidays. So we'll see. I will make sure everybody gets them by that time, but they may come before then because I'm excited. And I got the vessels. They came in the other day. So I'm so excited about that. Like you guys, I did not think that, because I've been doing this for a couple years and I've been wanting to go bigger with it, but I wanted to keep it in like the writing community. I know that sounds crazy, but I did. I wanted to keep it in the writing community. So I was trying to find a way to tie in making the candles and dealing with my writers. So that's when the idea for the character candles came up. And I was like, I'm going to just give those away to my friends who asked for them. So that made me happy. What was the other thing? So we talked about that. We talked about the character candles. I started working on the outline for a new tale, which I'm really excited about. It'll probably novella length. I'm not feeling like this is going to be a very long story. But at the same time, it's me, so you never know. Wait, what is this? Y'all know I can't see. Hold on. So we're muggles, huh? She said you are also basic. I did not say that. I meant for the muggles who are listening, not that everybody listening is a muggle. See? It's different. I literally celebrate Yule, and so I catch myself saying Yule and realizing everybody may not know what I'm talking about. You always make me laugh. Thank you. Because there be times when I be wishing I could just call you up and say, girl, say something funny. Just say anything, because everything you say is funny. So let me see. Are we up to date on that? None of the other goddesses are here with me, so they can't make their announcements. I know. Oh my goodness, I hate when I do that. I know that DL is having her werewolf month in November. So please go to her channel to get all the information correct, because I will not say it correctly. To get that information about the werewolf reading channel. It's a reading challenge, not a writing challenge. I feel like I'm missing something. Of course I'm missing something. What is it? Tonight I think I'm gonna sugar cookie. What am I gonna work on tonight? I really need to work on like some business stuff. I think what I'll do is I'll work on labels. I'm not gonna try to write. That way I don't have to try to think and make sure I'm keeping storyline straight and all that good stuff. But I do. Oh, one thing I am gonna do is, because for some reason this year has been an explosion of new story ideas. And I mean to the hilt. Like, seems like every other day I have a new story idea. And I don't mean just a baby idea that's like, oh, it'd be cute to put this person together with that person. I mean the whole damn lore and worlds and stuff like that has been coming to me. So I'm going to write them all down on a sheet, like list all of them just to see how many I have. And then look at the process of them and say, well, this one is 20%. This one is 70%. So my brain will stop cycling them because that's what's been going on too. I've been I can't sleep. Like I can't get restful sleep because these characters keep interrupting me. So it's I don't know how to explain it. I probably don't have to explain to you all. I'm no mere muggle. That's right. I will share the announcement link in a minute. Okay, good. Yeah, because you don't want me trying to explain it. So, guys, the link to the announcement for the werewolf world is in the chat. Please check it out. Please check it out. Felicia, oh my goodness, where you been? How are you? Oh my goodness, it's been a minute. And you came on one of my slow nights. The night I'm only doing one sprint tonight. I just don't have it in me. I really don't. I wish I did. But that said, I will be picking up another day of sprinting. Oh, I know the other announcement I want to make. Next week I'll give you the exact date because I don't remember for sure what the exact date is right now. But Charm City Filmmakers, and that is a filmmaking production house that I'm involved in. I'm actually the creative director there. Yay for me. We are going to be doing writing sprints from our YouTube channel. And those sprints are for people who want to write short like screenplays. Don't get nervous. You don't have to write screenplays if that's not what you want to do. So what we do is it won't be every week on live, but we do it like every Sunday. We get together from 8 to 10 and we write. We use a prompt and then we all write for like, a half hour, a little screenplay, but then we share it. So we get together and we read it. So for example, I write a short about a ghost who moved to Monte Carlo. Okay. So I write that short and then I turn the script in and everybody else that's there will play the parts of each of the characters in it. So you get to hear the story read, just out there read and blah, blah, blah. And then people will talk about it, give you a little critique on it. Then you move on to the next person. What I love the most about it is everybody gets the same prompt. Everybody gets the same prompt. And then what I love just as much is all the stories are so dramatically different with the same prompt. It is so incredible. So we've been doing this for a couple years, but now we have decided that one of those sessions every month we're going to do live. So next week I'll have all the information to drop in the link so you guys can find it. You guys can come. You guys can join. You can listen and laugh at us. Or whatever it is. We'll be live. We're on camera, so you get to see us as we're working through them. And I really think you guys will love it. Because it's storytelling at its finest. Because then you get to see the people act out your parts and your character. So we do that. We do that thing. Did I already do this? Okay, there it is. However, I'm good. Again, don't let what I sound like fool you. I am fine. I am just really tired. And I'm trying to be that person. Not that I push myself into, getting in trouble or anything, but not going like, I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be that person. I don't feel like writing tonight, but I got to be productive in some way. So I'm going to work on designing the labels for the new candles. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. That'll keep me from feeling like you didn't do anything today. So I was supposed to talk for 15 minutes and I think I did. So it's 8:15. I'm thinking we should do a 45. We'll do a 45. I know that's a long one. But since it's going to be the only one, it should be kind of long. And then I'll come back in and talk and share whatever's in the chat and share anything else you guys want to talk about. So let me know what you're working on. Let me know what you want to talk about and anything else that you want to share in the chat, guys. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. Oh, and I don't have a video because I don't have Danny here. And trust, y'all don't, I always mess up trying to hit buttons, and I don't want to do that to you. So I'll have a scrolling banner for you guys to notice the thing. Watch a video on your own and then just come back. Just come back, because I'll try to click something and be like, "What? How did I end up in Albuquerque? Like, what's going on right now?" Because I always feel like Bugs Bunny. I don't know if you guys watch Bugs Bunny cartoons, but he always, whenever he's traveling underground, and he'll say like, "I should have never took that turn in Albuquerque." I always feel like that when I'm trying to do these things by myself. So just trust me. See you guys at the top of the hour, wherever you are in the world. And wait, what was this? Yeah, yeah. I will mess up. All right, guys. Enough of me talking. Go write so you can come back and tell me what you're up to. Okay, everybody, that is time. And I know I've said it 1,000 times before, but dang, that was fast. I barely got into what I was trying to do. So I may have told a small fib and said I was only going to do one because I need a few more minutes to fix some stuff. So let's see what everybody will. I can't see that. Hold, give me a second. I'll put it on my TV. I'm working on a psychological thriller. I always catch myself when I see the word psychological and I want to go fizz something every time. Psychological thriller. I started brainstorming it last year, but I had to stop because of life and mental health and stuff. But I started back at it the beginning of October. Girl, we could talk on this topic all day. Stopping and starting because of just having to take care of yourself. Totally understandable. Am I the only one who writes? Okay, I'm in the wrong spot. Let me go back. I keep forgetting that the TV is on a delay. So I'm like, why is it still showing me the other thing? Hold on. Am I the only one who writes the zero draft in third person and then switches to first person in the next draft? You might be. I have switched tech like POVs, but that's because I've changed my mind about a POV. And like, I'm trying to think, what was a good example? Because I write in third person all the time. Like, rarely do I write in first person, which is weird because my current thing is first person. But rarely do I write in first person. I think I would lose my mind if I did that. I've had to fix stuff that I keep switching up. I'll switch up a tense and I'll head hop in my zero draft like a mofo. I am better at it now, but I don't I don't know how to put it. Like, I don't worry when I'm writing my zero draft. I get it out. It is so much easier for me to just get it out of my head, an exorcism of sorts, and then fix it than to be trying to write it perfectly as I go. So I don't worry about it. But I've never intentionally written in one POV and switched to another. Never. I've changed it, but I've never done it on purpose. So give me another second. I'm pausing my psychological thriller for now because I'm working on an epic natural disaster thriller. Yep, we haven't been getting a lot of those, so that's what's up. I stay in third person. Yeah, I generally start where I want to end. That is not to say that it hasn't changed in the past, but I've never purposely went from one to the other. I'm assuming that if you do that, it's just easier for you to do that. Like, we all have our ways. Oh, epic natural disaster though sounds like, yeah, exactly. Like, I haven't even heard of anybody actually talking about doing one. First person POV and I don't get along, not even a little bit. For my cheekier characters, I do catch myself writing stuff in first person for them, but I don't like if I had 100 books, 98 of them will be third person. Just to give you an idea. I need to drink some more hot cocoa. I don't know what those are. I cannot tell. Okay, one looks like a smiley face with hearts on it. And is the other one a volcano? Kat, you're going to have to tell me what that is. It looks like a volcano. It looks like a couple things. It looks like a birthday hat. I'm the worst person with these things. How'd you guys do this round? It's a good thing that I said I was going to work on labels, because I printed out some labels for the Halloween candles I'm making. I got prizes for a costume party at Charm City Filmmakers are going to be candles. So I made a bunch of Halloween candles and I made the labels, and it's a good thing that's I was going to work on them, because guess what? These labels are too big for these particular cans. I mean, they almost fit perfectly. Like if I wanted to take the time and just trim them a little bit, they would be fine. But I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do all that. I'll use the proper size label. I have more than enough labels. I'll just redo them. But I have to redo the design now, because the design won't fit into the label, which is, thank God for Canva. So I'm just going to go redo those in the next sprint, because I had changed my mind. I have to do another sprint, guys. I'm going to do those. And then I also sell incense. So fortunately, the labels that fit the incense bags, the baggies, like the long skinny baggies, also will fit the smaller canister candles. So, and these aren't small candles. They're like 8-ounce candles. But these labels I got for the big Marmaduke 12-ounce candles. So that ain't happening. All right. So let's see. Felicia, what POV I start with, I keep through the draft to the final. It's a headache to change for me, so I make up my mind before I write. But I have done that change once. Never again. No, I've made the change. Let's be clear. I have decided, okay, I'll give you one tiny example, but this is from 100 years ago. Yes, I am that old. Don't let the beauty fool you. When I initially wrote Shattered was 100% Aaliyah's point of view. It's 100%, but I also started writing that when I was 14. So I was writing it from a 14-year-old's POV about a person who was 14 at the time. I have since changed everything about Aaliyah. She's 17 now. And it wasn't any fun for me to tell that story when so many other things were going on at the school that she wasn't around for. So the only other choice I would have had was to then do POVs of all the other people, so you can know what Chase crazy ass is up to, or what Spencer's doing when he's alone, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I totally changed that. And I'm so glad I did. Like, I think I was about 20 or so, between 20 and 23, when I realized that wasn't going to work for this story. The only other time that I use first person is if it's going to be multiple POVs. So some of my spicy stuff has some multiple. Because you want to know what this one is thinking and that one is thinking, and these things is touching these things, and how the other one's feeling, how the other one think the other one's feeling, that kind of stuff. I like that from the character's point of view as opposed to my voyeuristic point of view. You know what I mean? So, but dear God, I think, you know what? Just because you said that, I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if I purposely start off in first person and switch to third, if my head will explode. I'll do it with something like 20,000 words. I won't do a big novel. Just to see. Because now you got me curious as to what would that bring me. I'm feeling like it'll get me inside the characters a little bit. Then I can go back and talk about them, kind of, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna test it. Yes, smiley face and a bouquet. Oh, okay, look at me. I got it right on the first try. Honestly, it looked like a party hat with the confetti sticking out. And I thought I don't know why you would put a party hat in there. So then I thought about maybe your mind is blown or something. I don't know. I'm a big underwriter. My zero draft is usually less than 10K words. When I start working on my next draft, I add a little of words like the dialogue description, other details. Okay. See, I knew it was a reason for it. I am not an underwriter, but that said, my zero draft is still pretty hefty. It'll be like, let's just say my zero draft is like 40,000 words. Okay. But that is also because I basically only write dialogue in my zero draft. And it'll be like, there'll be lines in it where it says, okay, Aaliyah was waiting for the bus to go to school. And I will not describe that is what time of year it is and what's going on with her. And she's anxious about sitting outside by herself, blah, blah, blah. Because me saying that she was waiting for the bus tells me, oh, yeah, don't forget those other things were happening. But I'd rather get down to with all of the dialogue and some of the action, like what she's talking about, what anybody's talking about. I'm choosing Aaliyah as an example. So then when I get all that out and I know everybody that said everything that they're going to say to each other, I will go back in to write my quote unquote first draft. And that's when I'll start adding, potatoes to the meat. So some vegetables and stuff up in there. And then my next pass, now that's the stuff that goes to my alpha. My next pass will be when I start adding the dessert. So yeah, I work it that way, but I still stay in the same POV, if that makes sense. But see, now I get I'm going to try that method. You got me curious. Hold on. My drafts are 35K to 52K, then end close to 75K. Yeah, mine are about that too. Give or take. Like, again, I have to use the one I know most of you have read, and that's Shattered. Shattered ended up being 83K when I was done. And that's when I mean done, like the published version of it. It was about 90K, which is ridiculously long for a coming of age tale. Because don't forget, this was a coming of age story. This wasn't like some fantasy or something. And so by the edit, it was 83. It was still very long, but it's a long story. And the feedback that I got when people saw the book, as opposed to when people reading the book, that it didn't feel as long, which really made me happy. I don't want people to feel like they were dragging. There's parts of it that go slow, but it's supposed to. You're supposed to feel like, what the hell? And then there's other parts that's like, oh my God, get me off this roller coaster. So, and it really made me so happy to hear when people were describing it that way. Like they were on a roller coaster. And I was like, yes. So, we could do a series. I've seen other author tubers do series about how famous people's writing processes. When they would do those, like I'm going to write like Stephen King this week. We could write like each other and see what it's like. Because I'm really tempted to try that. I know my head is going to implode, but I'm still tempted. So, what did everybody else do this stream? Did you get any writing in, or were you guys still sorting things out? Like, I'm trying to figure this out, trying to figure that out, like me. I am going to go and do these new labels for this next sprint, and then I'm going to go write that list. I am determined to share the list of all the things I have ever written with you guys next week. I want to read it to you just to let you know how badly my brain is over flooded right now. When people talk about like writer's block, I've never in my life had writer's block. Hold on. Knock on for Micah. Never had it. But I have had plenty of writer's flood, which is almost as crazy because you get bombarded with stuff to write. Like I've never not been able to write. I've never, no matter what story I jump to, I can go right now into any one of my stories and write something. I don't get blocked, but I do get flooded. Oh my Jeezy peasy. I do get flooded, which is why my writing process, and I am doing a series of videos on that in 2026. My process, which is why it works so well for me to get the stuff from out of my head and onto the page. And it's also why I have to do things a certain way. Because if I don't, all the other voices that are screaming at me will keep screaming. They just will. And I know people, writers, there are people out there say, oh, you're the writer. That's not a thing. Well, it's not a thing for you. Good for you. Because it is absolutely a thing for me. I got this one character. Her name is Echo, ironically. Her name is Echo. And she's been screaming at me to write something about her for like the past 3 months. So even though I'm writing other things, she's like, come on now, you just forgot about me. So it does happen to me. The epic natural disaster story will be $250K. 200 and oh, you're not playing. When you said epic, you truly meant epic. $250K. Excuse me. And it's going to be one book, not like broken up. Just to be clear, Kat, because it could be an epic story broken up. So I just want to know if that's what you mean. You saying same, and I'm not sure what you're saying same to. Probably something I said. We do have we have similar styles as far as how we attack our writing process. Our writing style is totally different, and our subject matter is totally different, but our process is really similar. Like that's crazy. You're truly my daughter. I'm always writing myself into a corner. Really? I don't think I've ever done that either. Is a lot of your stuff mystery? Because you can definitely mess yourself up there if you're writing mysteries and stuff. I don't know. I actually don't know. Like I've never, that has not happened to me either. Knock on for Micah. I don't want it to happen. Explain to me what you mean. Like what happens to you? It might or might not be broken up. I don't know yet. Personally, I love a big chunky monkey that, like, you know how people have 5 books and then their stories are so connected that they literally could be one book because the next book starts where the other book stopped, kind of thing. So you could have 5 books and then those 5 books could be one big monster book. Like that'd be great. I love stuff like that. Like mine don't do that. Like the Glass Corridor. If you read Shattered, the next book is Stained. Stained does not pick up where Shattered ended. So even though I will probably make an omnibus, they don't pick up where the other one left off. What happens with Shattered is about Aaliyah. The next book is about Aaliyah's daughter. Now, of course, all those characters are still there, but it picks up with the 16-year-old daughter, if that makes sense. And then the third book picks up from the 15-year-old daughter, because it went 17, 16, 15. The 15-year-old daughter of Aaliyah's daughter, so Aaliyah's granddaughter. Yes, the stories themselves, you still will know. You will catch up. But yeah, they don't pick up one after the other, if that makes sense. Same to not getting blocked. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think most people. I'm not gonna say no one ever gets blocked because there's no such thing. Some people just literally get blocked. They can't write, but most people aren't blocked the way they think that they are. They're like, oh, I can't write. Blah blah blah. Then don't write that story. Just leave it for a second and let your mind unscramble it. Work adjacent to it. Do anything else that's connected to it. Do something that's not connected to it at all. You can unblock yourself. You can. And sometimes it's not even about the story. Sometimes it's about you. Sometimes your world is upside down. Hello, goodbye. Some people decide that they want to end up in the damn hospital for a week, for no reason because, yeah. and you yourself don't feel well enough to handle whatever's going on in your world. With me, I absolutely go even further into my worlds when I'm not doing well. If I'm physically not doing well, if I'm mentally not doing well, if I'm emotionally not doing well, those worlds bring me back. I just remember like laying up in the hospital, just to give you an idea what I mean. And I knew when I was going to the hospital, when I was on my way to the hospital, that they weren't going to let me come home. I knew I was in for a long haul. So I packed up everything. So along with 5 billion pair of underwear, I'm a professional patient in case you didn't know. Along with 5 billion pairs of underwear, I packed up my laptop, my iPad, notebooks, pens, coloring pencils, white paper, like computer paper. I have my attaché case and I'm ready. So when we get to the point, and it usually takes a day or two, when it gets to the point where I'm stabilized enough where I'm not hooked up to every machine imaginable and Frankenstein experiments and shit, I start pulling that stuff out and I just start doing it. And it's really funny. I've sold so many books while I'm in the hospital because people will come up in the room, like the doctors or the nurses or the specialists, and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I just drew this character, my character, blah, blah, blah. This is Spencer. And they're like, you wrote a book? Oh, I wrote a couple books. And we get to talking and they're pulling out their phones and they're buying the books. And it's just so funny. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, we're not supposed to be doing like some pulmonary treatments right now? And I can't breathe and you want to talk to me? But it tickles me to no end. So yeah, I go the opposite. I think it's just a self-preservation thing at this point. If I don't write, I really get the blues. Like nobody's business. Cagliostro picks right after each time. Yeah, and none of my series do that. Not one. I don't have any. All the ones, like the one that I'm working on now, not only do they not pick up after the other one, I literally have 5 books in this one series. All 5 of those stories are happening at the exact same time to 10 different people. So the couple in each book, they're all in the same world, and whatever's happening to them is happening to the other ones too at the same time. And they commingle in a way that I'm not going to spoil, but you guys, I really believe you're going to be like, wow, Aphrodite, you did the damn thing. You're going to be proud of me. And that one, then I have another series, which is also 5 books, and they're just themed related. They are not connected at all. They're like, if you can read them out of order. They don't visit each other's stories. Like, you're not going to read about Danny in this book and Danny show up in the next book. None of that happens, but the theme is connected. So I've never written a series where it just went straight on through. See, now I got to do that. You guys, don't get me to talking. Now I got to write one of those. The best way for me to explain it is that I get stuck and struggle with how to move a scene forward. Okay. How do you get out of it? I'm really curious. I think the best way for me to explain why that doesn't happen to me is it probably does happen, but it's in the stage before I actually start writing. Like I don't write. This is going to sound weird. Like I know all 100,000 words are going to come out of my mouth. I don't start writing until I know everything that's going to go down. And so by the time I get to where I am sitting down at the computer writing it, I know everything that's going to happen. I've already worked out those things so I don't end up in a corner, if that makes sense. That makes my writing process probably the same as yours, except you're writing through yours and I'm thinking through mine before I start writing. So if it takes you 6 months to write a book and it takes me 6 months to write a book, but it seems like, well, damn, Aphrodite wrote hers in 3 months, but it took me 6. Nah, it probably took me 6 too. It just that I didn't write the whole time. I worked out the stuff in my head and then moved on from one scene to the other. But again, that's why I love writers so much, because every way that a writer processes is valid. Every way. There is no right way. No matter how many books people put out and say, this is how you do it, they should always say, this is how I did it. And then say, maybe something I'm doing can help you. You know what? I'm going to do that one too. Number 3, y'all have given me so much homework. So much homework. Okay, everyone. I have to go to bed early. Work day tomorrow for me. Happy writing. Good night. Okay. She probably already gone by the time I got to this. Okay. And I've been talking for quite a while. So let's go. Let's do it a half hour one. So it's almost 9:30 where I'm at. It's almost the bottom of the hour. Let's go to the top of the hour and see what else we can get in. Okay, guys. This was great too. I wish that we could talk back and forth. I'm serious, Jocelyn. You got to get on the stream with us one day, so we can all talk. And you too, Kat, just so we can all talk. You don't have to get on camera, but I would like to discuss writing process a lot. Like that is my jam. That is my absolute jam. I love to hear how people get it done. Love it. All right, guys. Let's get back to work. So I'm gonna move top of the hour again. Yeah, let's just go for it. If we need a little bit more time, we'll take it. Okay, let's see. And the cat. Did I see cat? I think that's a smiley face. It's like smiley face with sunglasses. Yeah, but I love to hear how people get through their processes. I do. All right, so meet you guys back here at the top of the hour. And I am going to have those labels done by then. All right, bye. Okay. That was another one. How'd you guys do? I got the template done and halfway through the labels. I feel productive. Got another half to do, but the template is done, so it's just a matter of switching out names and ingredients. So I'm real proud of myself. Hey, while I'm here, hold on. You guys want to hear the names of the candles? Let's see. So the Halloween candles that I'm doing for the costume party for Charm City Filmmakers, obviously it's from True Goddess Apothecary. That's the name of my store, right? But this collection is called the Sinfully Sweet Collection. Now I did that because even though the names of these candles are quite crazy, the taste, Lord Jesus, now I'm going crazy. The smells of the candles are meant to be Halloween candy-esque, if that makes sense. So I'm going to tell you the names of the candle and their ingredients, okay? All right, so where's the first one? The first one, okay, just prepare yourself for these titles. The first one is called Burnt Flesh. I can't help but laugh. I did not come up with that one. The guy, Wes, some of you know Wes from Charm City Filmmakers. He's the president. He came up with that title. And he was like, yeah, make a candle, burnt flesh. And I'm like, ew, that is absolutely disgusting. Like, who wants to smell burnt flesh? Like, no. Oh, wait a minute. You guys are talking and I'm still talking. Hold on. So does that mean good to go or gotta go? G to G. I'm not sure. I wrote another 470 words. That's 802 words. This dang. You almost pulled 1,000. You're gonna do great when the challenge comes back. Let's see. Take care. Okay, so gotta go. Okay. So for all who's left, you can hear me ramble for a few minutes. So it grossed me out that he wanted a candle called Burnt Flesh. So then I decided, okay, I'll make the candle called Burnt Flesh, but it's going to smell good. So this candle smells like toasted sugar, browned butter, and fire-kissed vanilla. So that's the smell for Burnt Flesh. And there's 3 different tags for the candles. So these particular ones are hand poured by the devil's favorite interns. All right, so that's burnt flesh, virgin blood, and this red apple, cinnamon, and vanilla cream. Also hand poured by the devil's intern. Oh, and the actual tag for all of them is Dark Desires Deliciously Decadent. Woohoo! And Midnight Offering, which is honey, spice cake, and warm amber. So those are the ones that are hand poured by the devil's interns. Now let's go to the next batch. So the next candle is Haunted Soundstage. Oh yeah, this is a film studio. So Haunted Soundstage. And this one smells like maple pecan, buttered vanilla, and dust of oak. And that is hand poured by Sinners in Satin Gloves. The Devil's Due. This candle is cinnamon roll, smoked sugar, and bourbon cream. Guys, you just don't know how delicious this candle is. Like it actually makes you hungry when you smell it. This combination is gourmand at its best. And final one in the Sinners in Satin Gloves batch is Witch's Breath. This is caramel apple, clove, and vanilla smoke. And then the last batch, and this batch is hand poured by ghosts who never learned their lesson. So the first candle is Sin Eater, and it's caramel, warm rum, and sugared pastry. Mm, mm, mm. Guys, there's a couple of these that I'm just gonna have to make like more of just to have. The next one is Lover's Hex, and this one is pumpkin spice, brown sugar, and whipped cream. Also hand poured by ghosts who never learned their lesson. And the final one, to me, this is the funniest one because it's called funeral cake instead of funnel cake. It's funeral cake, and it's vanilla cake, black icing with sweet almond. So those are the candle prizes that are going out to the contest people on Halloween. At the Halloween party that I'm looking forward to. So you guys want to do one more? Want to do one more like a 20 that'll get us down to the bottom of the hour? Which is so weird because I have full intentions of only doing one and you guys kind of cheered me up a little bit. So, yeah, let's just do one more. If you're still here, we're going to do one more to the bottom of the hour. Let's do that. Awesome. Okay, good. That works. All right. So, I'm almost done with this chapter. Oh, good. Okay, so let's give it a little bit longer than 20 minutes. Let's do 2 1/4 of, okay? And give you time to really get in and dig deep. All right. Let's do the thing. And then the other thing. Boom, baby. All right. I will see you guys back here. 1/4 of. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I actually got everything done. That's a first. See you next. I will probably be on Monday night and then back again Thursday night. My channel, 8 o'clock. I think Tamara is Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Danny is Tuesday and Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? And I'm not down with everybody else's schedules. If you know them, just throw them our way and we'll hang out with everybody. You know, we got to be good to each other out here. See you next time.